Okay, Assalamu alaikum viewers. Today we are going to talk about active and passive voice. Here I'm going to write an example. She writes a letter. Now the sentence is an example of what? Active. Why? Because here the subject, she is performing the main role or the main action. Whereas if I write the same sentence, a letter is written by her. Now the second sentence is actually passive. Why? Because यहाँ पे जो she था, it has now become inactive here. यहाँ पे फिर क्या active हो गया है? हमारा object जो पहले यहाँ पे passive था. So active voice is actually that sentence where a subject is active, right? Whereas passive voice is that voice where the object becomes active, whereas the subject becomes passive. This is actually called as active and passive voice. Now, if you want to change active into passive voice, there are three common changes, right? Three common changes that will be made to convert active into passive voice. First common change is what? The change of place. Change of place किस तरह जी? यहाँ पे देखें, there is subject here और यहाँ पे object. When I want to convert it into passive voice, तो मैंने subject को यहाँ ले आना है और object को यहाँ ले आना है, right? So this is actually the change of place which will be done when you want to change active into passive voice. Okay जी, first will be change. Second, use of by. Yes, when you will change active into passive voice, you will use by in the passive voice, right? And the third is what? Yes, remember one thing. In passive voice, there will always be third form of verb used in passive voice. Passive voice में हमेशा third form आती है, whether it is present tense or it is past tense or it is future tense. Whenever you want to change active into passive voice, you will always use third form of verb. So these are three common changes from active to passive voice. So here the subject is active, right? So what is here in passive voice? यहाँ पे ये active नहीं रहा, sorry, she active नहीं रहा, ये letter active हो गया, and this letter is actually object. That is why it is called as passive. Three common changes when you want to convert active into passive voice. First is change of place. ये देखें जी, change of place, हम यहाँ पे letter ले आए हैं और यहाँ पे her आ गया, right? Second is what? Use of by. You can see here in passive voice. And the third is use of third form in passive voice, right? Now, this is a table which will help you a lot for changing active into passive voice. ये table जो है, starting from here, simple present, present continuous, present perfect, simple past, past continuous, past perfect, simple future, and last can, may, and must. ये टेबल आपको बहुत हेल्प करेगा फॉर चेंजिंग एंड कन्वर्टिंग योर एक्टिव इनटू पैसिव वॉइस, राइट? नाउ से फॉर एग्जांपल हम टेंस लेते हैं प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूअस का, राइट? सेंटेंस इज शी इज writing a letter, right? It's an active voice. The active voice is she is writing a letter. Now I will change this into passive voice. So what I will do? Change of place. यहाँ ले आएंगे a letter. ये यहाँ ले आएंगे. Okay जी. अब यहाँ पे देखें present continuous में क्या है? Am taking, is taking, are taking. You know very well, whenever you will use continuous tense, तो उसमें is MR आता है first form plus ing, right? So that this is example is according to active voice of present continuous. अब इसे change कैसे करना है? Yes, यहाँ से आप help लेंगे. Yes, you will add being here when you want to change it into passive voice. अब ये किस तरह होगा? टेबल से आपने देखा, change of place, a letter is as it is आ जाएगा, being written by her. Right? Now, why I have written here instead of writing? Because I told you whenever you will use passive voice, you will use it with third form of verb. Third form of verb आप use करेंगे and use of by, which I told you that is a common chain, right? So another example which you will take help from this table. ओके जी, यहां से हम ले लेते हैं प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट की एग्जाम्पल. She has written a letter. Right? It's an example of what? Present perfect. यहाँ पे देखिए प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट में क्या आता है? Has और have. और ये taken क्या है? It's a verb which I have selected for all these tenses ताकि आपको easily समझ आए. Has taken है और यहाँ पे क्या है? Has written. Right? So this is active voice of present perfect. Now how we will change it into passive voice? क्या ऐड करना है? Has been. Yes, you will make the addition of what? Being here. तो ये कैसे हो जाएगा जी? Change of place. A letter has been. You can see that been is written over here. Being written by her. Right? Third form of verb. यूज ऑफ बाय, चेंज ऑफ प्लेस. और कौन से हेल्पिंग वर्ब्स ऐड करने हैं वो आप इस टेबल में से इजीली देख सकते हैं. राइट? अनदर एग्जांपल. ओके जी, नेक्स्ट टेंस करते हैं. ओके, सिंपल पास्ट. शी wrote a letter. Right? It's an example of what? Simple past. उसमें क्या आता है? सेकंड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब. वहां पे भी हमने क्या यूज किया है? सेकंड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब. नाउ हाउ यू विल चेंज इट? यू विल ऐड was were with third form of verb, right? So what I will do here? Again, change of place. A letter was written by her. Right? So I have added was, which I have seen from their table, and use of third form, which I told you that you will always use third form of verb in passive voice, use of that. So in the same way, you will do this past continuous, you will also do past perfect. If it is she was writing a letter was being written by her. अगर यहाँ पे होता she had written a letter had been written by her. Okay जी, यहाँ देखें जी, she will write a letter will be written by her. And the last is she may write a letter may be written by her. So this was all about active and passive voice. I hope you would have understood. Inshallah, we will come again with the next topic. Take care of yourself. See you again. Allah.